Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It's me, the Middleman CEO, Shon-Jhon. Welcome to the channel. If you have not subscribed or hit thumbs up, please consider doing so. That helps me to grow the channel. Every time you subscribe or smash thumbs up or share the content with someone else, YouTube's algorithm begins to share this channel with more people just like you and me who need this content and can benefit from it. So, shout out to one of my faithful subscribers who sent me this video and asked if I would be willing to do a review of the content. So today, well, this is going to be my first review, so let me know how I do in the comments. Let me know if you guys like it or if I need to time out from it, right? And so we're gonna look at Ream Flight. I think it's Ream Fight TV, and a guy posted a video just a few days ago saying that I got laid off after 7 years. So I haven't seen this video. This is my first time going through, so you guys get to take this journey with me. And you guys know how I feel about job security, right? There's no such thing, right? So if there's job security, then Santa Claus is real. Exactly. So let's listen in, see what he has to say, and then I'll chime in whenever I have a thought or some advice or something I can share with you. So here we go.
How's everybody doing today? My name's Kareem of Ream Fight TV, and in this video we're going to talk about how I got laid off. And as you can imagine, it was devastating. I was in disbelief.
Been there, done that.
I mean, I've seen videos and I've seen news, you know what I mean, businesses on the news, you know what I mean, when they have like massive layoffs or whatever, and you don't really think nothing of it, you know what I mean, until it actually hits home, you know what I mean. So
really quickly, I always say this to you guys, and I'm going to try not to stop it a lot, just kind of give some insight. Again, there's no such thing as a safe, secure job. This guy was under the impression that after all of this time, he kind of had gotten into the employment sunken place, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, right? So he started believing that this was the reality, that it was real, and that it can never happen to anybody. Let me time out and then share this with you. It could happen to anybody. There's no such thing as a safe, secure job. No such thing. All right?
I mean, it's just crazy, you know what I mean, and after 7 years there, you know what I mean, so just imagine you're just sitting there on a regular Tuesday, just going working, and so the first thing is, I can't say the actual company at the moment.
I can sense the hurt in his voice, guys. I know you guys can too.
But I can say that
you can hear the pain.
Center. There's roughly 250 people or so in this particular one.
I believe he said a call center. The first thing that hops into my mind is technology is going to be able to replace these call centers the same way a kiosk can replace a person at a drive-through window. You're probably going to see a lot of that. So right away, that's a job that's not going to be relevant very, very quickly.
And yes, you know what I mean. You're just sitting there working one day, and all of a sudden in your Skype, basically in your email, you get emails talking about you have a meeting, you know what I mean? So you look to the left, look to the right, and your coworkers are like, yo, did you get that email? You get that email? So yeah, you check the email, and it's like, yo, please report to this mass meeting, you know what I mean, at like 10:30 or whatever. We got it.
A
like,
mass
morning,
meeting?
You know what I'm saying? So,
in the morning?
Like, what could that be? You know, what could that be for? You know
Not good
I mean?
news. Not good news.
And in the past, we've gone from changing from like doing one particular job to switching to doing another particular job. So some people are like, oh, they might be like switching us to do something. And people are like, nah, not.
So guys, the kids are out of school, so I get to spend time with my son. Come on in, Wes. And he's going to do the review with me. You ready?
How to do that, you know what I mean? I wonder what this is about, you know what I mean? So, 10:30 comes around, and we go down to this meeting, and you see like everyone just like sort of standing up, like in this big room. It's actually everything's sectioned off in little cubicles, but I mean everyone was just standing up in the middle, like what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? So we stroll up on them, and everyone is just like basically standing room in a sense. Everyone's just standing around, and this guy goes on to start talking about how great my work environment it is, and how we've done everything they've asked us to do, and this and the third, and like
that. So how great you are, how much we love you. That's your we appreciate you. Now goodbye. We appreciate everything you've done. Now goodbye. As soon as he said this was a call center, first thing that went through my mind is not only is this job not going to be relevant in the very near future, but I think he said over 250 people, probably going to shut down the whole department. That's something that you could probably transition right into some type of system or process to replace everybody. I'm not saying it's that way with every job or with every position, but just know, again, all this starts with these jobs are not loyal. They're not faithful. They're not, most of these jobs are not going to be there tomorrow. That's why I love, really quickly, that's why I love middleman businesses, because we partner with, if you have your own middleman business or like me, we partner with service providers. Why do I love that? Because there's not going to be AI that can come and clean your windows, mount your TV, clean out your garage, move your furniture, right? Stuff like that. So that's why I love service businesses, right? So let's keep going.
like looking at you like, what are they talking about? You know what I mean? And then they said this and that and the third, and it was just like all a blur. But then the last thing he said was, and we're gonna be closing down the building, and we're gonna be letting everyone go.
Oh.
And you could just hear the gasp and the silence in the room. You know what I mean? Everyone was like looking at you.
250 people laid off at the same time, simultaneously, in the same moment, early in the morning. So you sleep at night, you get up, you believe you still have a paycheck, you go to work, they fire you in the morning, you don't even make it to lunch. Whole entire 250 people, probably more, lost their jobs. 250 broken hearts. If half these people have a family, you can add 150 more people to this equation. It affects everybody. It affects the stores in the area, the banks in the area, the restaurants, all that gets affected. Just heartbreaking to see this happen.
Like what?
But it's going to become the norm, guys. Not saying it to scare you, saying it to prepare you.
Just like, what? Like,
God said he was
I was
shocked.
internally thinking, you know what I mean, to myself, like, yo, like, it's just like that, you know what I mean? Like, you just come in and
I can sense the hurt in his voice, guys.
Some higher up, you know what I mean, than our regular managers and supervisors we have in the building, you know what I mean? So it was just like, wow, you know what I mean? And then you just start thinking of like, what am I gonna do? Like, what is going on? And then they go on to say like, what their plans for it to be and how it's gonna work, and just like feel in a sense like betrayed, like, and that's how you really know, like, from this situation, I can really honestly say, like, you definitely feel like you're a number. Well, you're definitely a number. You know what I mean? Like,
so I always say, hold on a second, son. So one thing I love about having a middleman business, I get to spend time with my kids, and when my kids are out of school, they can spend time with me. We can work at out of the home office. They take all my stuff. But I just want to share this real quick. The guy said something just really quickly that hit me. Let's go back.
I can really honestly say, like, you definitely feel like you're a number. Well, you're definitely a number.
Listen, I always say when businesses are small, it's about names. We know you, we know your family, we know your kids, we know the birthdays. As businesses grow, they become more about numbers. When they're small businesses, they're about names. Big businesses about numbers. And when they're about numbers, you are not that important. You become just a number. Not that they mean you to be a nobody or non-existent. It's just that the business is growing, it's getting big, and so the numbers are going to matter because there's going to be more money, more revenue, more hands in the pot. It's not anything personal. It's just the way businesses are.
Like,
they outgrow you.
They sit there and preach all this family, all this team, all this working together.
Yeah, until they don't need you.
I mean, they really don't care about you. You know what I mean? If you have the option,
and it's not that they don't care.
Do something that works for yourself.
Yeah.
Do something that
it's not that they don't care about you. I'm not going to say that's true. It's that the business is more important than the individual. That's what happens. So there are companies that fire people or lay off people and have to let them go. And trust me, they care. If I had a big company I had to let people go, I understand how it affects their lives. I hate it. But it's probably in the best interest of the brand and not the best interest of the individual. So, and you have to understand that, and don't take it personal. Don't take it personally at all, you know. What else?
Option to try to do something that work for yourself. Do something you love doing, do it. Because, I mean,
I keep saying, you cannot rely on your job. It's not safe, it's not secure, it's not reliable. There's no such thing. You, just like he said, you need to be working on your own thing. You need to be working on making money when you're not at work. You sell your 9 to 5 to them for a paycheck, fine. What are you doing with your 5 to 9? What are you doing with your discretionary time? Start using it so that when this day comes, and it's coming, you'll be prepared. You'll be able to take care of yourself and provide for your family. Oh, they laid you off? They laid your department off? Yeah, don't worry. We built a business. We built a middleman business, a vending machine business, a such and such business. And we've been making money for the past 6 months. So we expected you to fire me. I expected you to let me go. I knew this day was coming and I was prepared. 99% of people are not prepared. Please don't be caught off guard, believing that your job is safe, secure, that it can't happen to you.
Overtime, this and the third. For a check for them to just be able to cut you at any moment.
Because you're not that important. You got to understand that. And it's not personal. It's business.
Job did have a high turnover rate, so they switched up what we were doing, so it sort of slowed down. But, I mean, if you do get fired or something, they're going to have someone in there the next day like it's nothing. You know
like it's nothing. If this guy would have taken his own advice and, 6 months ago, a year ago, had started his own business on the side, even as a side hustle, he would be in a better position. He wouldn't, this video probably would have never gotten posted because he wouldn't be feeling some type of way about getting let go.
And
control your own destiny as much as you can.
You know what I mean? That's your it's your everything. You know what I mean? Thankfully, they did give us a head start of when it's gonna be. So you had some time to in a sense plan for it. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was just devastating. You know what I mean? It was just I was just literally in shock, and I probably was in shock.
That's the word you use.
It was didn't really want to think about it. Wow, now I gotta go out and search for a job
all over again.
Gotta enter that whole market. Don't want to go on unemployment, and I don't want to go on unemployment and go through that whole situation.
Got to go all over again.
A million things are going through, and then you're just yo, where can I find something that I'm doing? Something to the same extent that I'm doing now to not lose money or not have to go work in fast food. You know what I mean? Or not have to. You know what I mean? I was really honestly looking to try to get into a warehouse or something. And then I was actually.
All right, so a couple of things that's probably jumping out to me. I don't know this guy's personal financial situation. I'm just going to assume that he's probably not in the best position. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Shon, I'll tell you, if this guy would have saved money, he'd be in a better position, right? That's what you're going to say. That's what the 90% is going to say. I'm going to say this. I'm going to represent the 10%. I'm going to say if he would have used the money to learn how to make more money prior to this, he'd have cash flow to fund the emergency, and he wouldn't need savings. You save up $10,000, emergency come, you spend the $10,000. Now you're at zero. You use the $10,000 to create cash flow. The emergency comes, you spend the $10,000, another $10,000 is back in there in 30 days or so, or however long it takes you to accumulate it. My point is, if you save money for an emergency, you use the money's gone. If you use the money that you're going to use for an emergency, whenever that is, you don't want it anyway. By the way, I don't either. Instead of doing that, it's just sitting it in the bank. That's why I keep telling you that you cannot just sit on money in the bank. That's your ticket to financial freedom. If you use the money, if he had used the money, and I'm not saying he didn't, I'm just assuming he didn't. If he hadn't used the money, if he hadn't sat on the money and waited on an emergency so he could have to pay his bills, if he would have used the money to make money, there'd be cash flow coming in and he wouldn't have to post this video. Hope that makes sense. Let's get to it. We're almost done.
I like watching videos and people talk about how bad.
By the way, guys, let me know if you want me to do this again. I don't mind doing it. I hate seeing people go through this, but again, it drives home the point that these jobs are not safe. They're not reliable. And we gotta get something done.
In warehouses, so I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Because I'm older now. It's not like I have
I'm almost
that
finished
many options to just do.
This guy's talking about his age,
and
saying he doesn't feel like he had many options.
You know what I mean? So,
He's heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for him.
Having to go back out into the job world or whatever.
He said it's scary. It's frightening.
Even out of there before, like.
He said it's scary. It's frightening. He's in shock. Guys, these are all bad words for you. Again, I'm not fussing at this guy because he probably didn't know this. There was a time where I didn't know this. But that's why I'm telling you, so you don't have to go through what this guy went through and what I went through. You need to stay ahead of the curve. You need to always be prepared. Anticipate these things happening. If you have a job, you should already know it's not going to be there one day. So you should already be positioning yourself to win.
New York State labor law was this was, I guess, you know what I mean, trying to get us jobs and whatnot, whatever.
You can see them right there.
But I know a lot of people that were looking for jobs and just weren't finding anything.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean, that was at the same level or higher than what they were doing, you know what I mean?
Or even the same pay.
They did give relocation packets if you wanted to relocate. But I live in upstate New York, so like the relocation packages are like Florida, Texas, which have created
Florida and Texas are great options.
Lord.
I'll leave it at that.
a higher price of living, you know what I mean, to make the same amount of money that you're making there, to then now have to go live somewhere else in another state, which, you know what I mean, so that...
I think he said it's a higher price of living if you move to Texas or Florida. Maybe Florida. Texas is not very expensive. Hold on, Wes. Unless you go to maybe Austin or something like that, but it's very affordable. This guy is middle age or in his late 50s, early 50s, something like that. I don't know his family situation or whatnot, but this is how you end up when you don't have control. When you don't put yourself in position to have control, you're at the mercy of the system. Even worse, you're at the mercy of the paycheck. Please don't put yourself in that situation.
It really wasn't working for me.
What situation?
There was like 4 or 5 different locations, but they're all like super far away. And then to top it off, like this is my daughter's senior year, so it's like I didn't really want to like just skate off and not like be around for the last.
Imagine what this guy's feeling. Stay still, son.
So relocating really was an option for me. But yeah, I mean, it was really crazy and an eye-opening experience. You know what I mean? Going through something like that. Yeah, it was really crazy. So yeah, it was crazy.
You could hear the heartbreak in this guy's voice, just sad.
As people just started finding other jobs or moving out, like the place just got like emptier and emptier and emptier. You know what I mean? I was one of the last ones there. In that final group.
Wait a minute.
To stay.
Wait a minute.
Like a ghost hunter in there.
Did he just say that people were already being moved out? He was one of the last ones there. And yet you, sir, you still were not prepared. You still didn't see the writing on the wall. Again, I don't know this guy personally. I'm not coming at it. I'm just saying the writing is on the wall, almost literally. You gotta see the end coming. You gotta start prepping. You cannot wait until mad day, sad day, and they cut you off. And now you're in survivor mode because you're not prepared. Don't be that. Don't be this guy. Nothing personal to this guy, but it should serve as an example for you and I. Because I don't want to be in this position either.
Start knocking stuff down there, just taking everything out. But I mean, it was an experience. So yeah, I got out, and then I did start looking for new jobs, and I did come across something that's really similar to what I'm doing now. So I mean, that was a blessing. Like they say, like.
All right, we can stop it right there. I've heard enough. Again, if this doesn't prove my point that these jobs are not safe and reliable and not secure, I don't know what will. You need to understand that you need to be in control of your finances as much as possible. Meaning what? Meaning that if you sat down at a kitchen table and you write down all the expenses monthly in your life, and then you write down next to it how you pay for those expenses, and if your paycheck from your job where you sell time for money is the answer to every bill, then you got a problem. You've got a leverage problem. You are over leveraged. So here's what I want you to do then. Erase the word paycheck. Now, how do you pay your expenses? And that's where this journey begins. That's where it begins for you, and that's where it began for me. Is figuring out, all right, take this job away. How do I make money, take care of myself and my family with no job? That's the question. The question is the answer. I'm going to look at some comments and kind of see what some people said, and then I'll kind of leave this alone. Again, if you guys want me to look at some more stuff like this, just send me a video. I'll check it out. Somebody said, I don't know why it takes people so long to realize these companies don't care about the employees. Listen, let's retract on that. You are sure you're not the most important thing, but and I do want to say this, there are a lot of companies that probably don't care about you, especially the big ones. They don't even know you, and they become about numbers. But there are some companies that have to let people go, and they genuinely do feel the pain. They genuinely, because for a lot of them, they're next. They're right behind you. So there are some companies, I'll give them credit, that they do care. And they try to work things out in your favor to, hey, I got to close this department. There's no way we can stay open. We're not profitable. Here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you an opportunity to transfer. I know a lot of you won't take it, but that's the best we can do. At least that company's trying to help, and I do give them credit. Somebody said, I bet call centers will be gone within 10 years. Nope, that's not true. 5 or less. Somebody said, I've been laid off from many, many jobs. I never gave up. Somebody said, regardless of service, effort, dedication, company attendance record, don't matter. When it's time to go, you got to go. Let's see. This was in the news. You guys remember this. Guy worked at Burger King 27 years, never late, never called out, got a bag of candy when he retired. Okay, Burger King might be an example of one of the companies that don't give a damn about you, okay? So they don't give a damn about customer service either. They don't give a damn about the quality of their food either. So I'll just hope that gets to Burger King. Do better. All right, so somebody said, this is why it's best to live below your means, so you're always prepared. So let's talk about that, living below your means. I never encourage you to do that. I do encourage you to be smart. I do encourage you to get rid of things that you're paying for that you don't need. So if you got cable TV costing you $100, $150 a month, you don't need that. You can live without that. If your money's tight, dump that. Watch your phone, watch TV, watch reruns, go to a friend's house, go get some Wi-Fi at Starbucks, whatever you got to do. You don't necessarily have to have that, right? But running water in your house, electricity, you got to have that, right? So, I don't tell you to live below your means. I tell you to grow your means, because I don't want you retracting. Now, I want you to be smart and don't just waste money, right? But I do want you to grow your means. So I prefer you to sit back. So I'm an example of that. I'm not going to sit back and go, what can we cut so we can live below our means? Let's get rid of this, get rid of that. Oh man, I really want that, but we can't. We're not doing it. We're not taking vacation. I don't want you to live like that. I don't want to live like that. What I encourage you to do is sit back and go, all right, here's how I want my life to look. Right? Nothing crazy, but this is just the life I picture for myself. So I don't want to live below my means. I actually want to enjoy my life, because living below my means takes away the things I enjoy. So let me live the life I want to live. So let me grow my means. And when you say that, the question is going to pop in your mind. It's going to be, all right, so how do we do that? And I always tell you again, the questions are the answers. So as soon as you start saying, how do we do this? That's when the answers start coming. Oh, I could do this. I could do this to make more money and to live and enjoy my life. So I always say that I'm not a big proponent of living below your means. I'm just someone that says, hey, live the life you want to live instead of living below. How about you grow your means so you can enjoy life? So somebody said I was laid off once many years ago. I was never called back. A lot of us were just let go. And just a bunch of stories about people being let go in call centers. Somebody said I got fired and started a business. Look, that's how you do it. That's what happened to me. I was a janitor, cleaning schools in the afternoons, like 4 hours, not making any money, just working with bad people, and just poor. I mean, dollar to dollar. I was penny to penny. And then, all of a sudden I was like, I got to figure out something, and because I don't want to live like this. And that's how I ended up starting my Middleman business. So minor setback. So somebody said, good luck. Country will only get worse. It's just technology coming in, and it's going to be like the technology takeover. And you guys don't do what this guy did. He saw it coming, but didn't see it coming. So you got to see it coming and see it coming, right? He saw it coming, didn't get prepared. You don't do that. You get prepared. Learn from this guy. Let's see. Good luck. Keep positive. There's so many comments. I can't go through them all. Somebody said, don't sit around and wait for somebody to call. 100%. Somebody said, I see so many of these videos. They get laid off and complain about the company, yet refuse to name the company. So I'm going to stay out of that. It doesn't even matter who the company is, really. Unfortunately, we were told that the economy was great. I used to be a Democrat, but I got tired of the lies. Worked for a motor manufacturing company. Yeah, I'm just about done. So my son's calling me, guys. I got to get off here. High five. Weston, he's been patient. He's been waiting. This is the holidays. I spend the holidays with the kids. For all the students in the Middleman CEO Masterclass, you're gonna get an email that's we're gonna get the 2025 live group trainings started. If you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, I'm gonna drop a link in the comments where you can click the video. Watch it. It's just a short video. The intro to starting a middleman business. You can learn how to build your own middleman business from your phone. If you want financial freedom, you want a business you can use from your phone, a product you can sell over and over. It's not really a product, you just book customers, and have freedom to spend time with your kids like I do, enjoy life like I do, without having to leave the house, go to work, leave the office, all of that. Listen, you need to learn how to make money from your phone. So I call it a middleman business because all we do is connect customers to businesses, not actually us. We just do the booking. And we don't do the work, and we make money. So if you want to learn how to make $100, $150, even more per customer you book, you make $150, you book 2 customers a day, that's $3,000 a day for the month, $9,000 on 2 customers, two 5-minute phone calls. The way I teach you how to do it is very easy. You choose your industry, whatever industry you want to be in. I teach you how to get customers and build your business. If that's something you want to do, put the word middleman in the comments below, or just click the link in the video description below and get into the intro to middleman class. Otherwise, let me know what you guys think about this guy's situation, and if you guys want me to do another one, let me know. I gotta go. I'll see you guys on the next video. Come over here, Wes. This is my son. This kid's gonna be a millionaire before he graduates. I would say high school. My son's probably not going to regular school. It's too dangerous. People are nuts. And wave goodbye. This kid's gonna be the first millionaire before he's 21 in my family. And how old are you now, Wes? 4. All right. This is my guy. I love him. High five. All right. We got to go play because we don't have to go to work. We get to do what we want to do. And you don't have to be a millionaire to do that. If you just make enough money to pay your bills from your phone, that means you won't need a job. All right, guys. We got to go. See you on the next video. Peace. Wave bye.
Bye.
Wave goodbye. Bye-bye, guys.